Well, Mr. Within the Truth, Rida, uh, your prophet was many things. He was he was a Sabi'a. We can conclude that because he used to worship different gods. Then he became a Nasrani when he married Khadija, and then he became a Muslim, right? So, but the thing is, if you call yourself a Sunni, Rida, that means you follow the Quran and the Sunnah of Muhammad. So I'm asking you, do you follow the Sunnah of Muhammad? Your mic, Rida, your mic.
Rob, your question was precise, and I was precise as well in my question. Okay, so we were talking about the word Sunni or Shia. That's the two words we were talking about. And I've asked you from my part, and I've said to you, what was the Prophet? Was he Sunni or Shia? Before the coming of Islam, we're not talking about it. Okay, this is another debate where I can challenge you that the Prophet himself, he never ever worship an idol. He was like Abraham. Abraham, the same thing. He was wondering how comes those idols can be, one of them can be my Lord. And you know the story of Abraham. So the Prophet Muhammad, it was the same thing. So, but it's another matter. We can discuss it, further later on if you want. But your question was about Sunni and Shia. Okay, so now if you tell me that the Prophet was Sunni, you need to give me proof. If he was a Shia, you need to give me proof. Because me, I think that the word Shia and Sunnah, came to surface after the death of the Prophet. Therefore, me, I don't follow people. Me, I follow the Prophet. He was nothing. He was just a Muslim. That's why I'm a Muslim. Mike's open.
Well, that's really a foolish question. Now, here's why, Rida. How can your prophet be Sunni and Shia if you Muslims follow what the prophet came with? So how can he be Sunni and follow his own Sunnah? That doesn't make sense, right? Right? How can will he follow his own teaching? We know Muhammad didn't follow his own teaching. So that it's strange to call your prophet Sunni or Shia because Shia came way later, Sunni came way later. There was no Sunni yet. It came much later. So how can your prophet be called Sunni and Shia? That's a really foolish question from you. Your mic?
Yeah, I mean, you're answering yourself. Even if I bring my grandmother back home, right? She lives in the village. She's got a jackass, she's got a donkey. Even if I speak to her donkey and I ask him this question, and I will give him your answer, he will understand. He will say, he will, shake head, and he will say that the Prophet, he was on Sunni, he was on Shia. So, how can I don't know how can you get you can get it wrong. So he was nothing, he was just following the Quran. So me, the same thing, I'm following the Prophet, I'm following the Quran. And to add, there is another thing, usually you always trying to back up your claims using Hadith. Why you are turning the blind eye on the big Hadith, the very, very famous Hadith, where the Prophet, he said, oh guys, do not write anything about me. I don't want you to write anything about me, whether history or nothing. Okay, just write the Quran, stick to the Quran. So this is why I'm rejecting all claims based whether on Hadith or anything else. Me, I do follow Quran. From time to time, it's good to see the history of the Prophet, how he was behaving, how he was dealing with people, and all that stuff is good. I mean, just to be inspired from him. But at the end of the day, the Prophet, he was a Muslim, just like Moses, he was a Muslim, just like Jesus Christ, he was a Muslim, just like Abraham, he was a Muslim. So I need to follow this, and I'm a Muslim. So what people they did after the death of the Prophet, I don't feel concerned. I'm not obliged to. It's not compulsory to wear Bukhari glasses or Muslim glasses or other people glasses to, to look at Islam. No, 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 no. I've got my own glasses. I've got my own understanding. I've got my brain. I can use my brain. I can work out a lot of stuff. But me, I wanted to share something, so I'll give you the mic. I don't wanna, I don't wanna keep the mic for too long. But I'll give you the mic, and later on, when it's my turn again, I will share something very important for you. May Allah open your eyes. Mic's open.
Okay, well, listen. So basically, what you just said, you are a Quran only Muslim, but from time to time you love to cherry pick what you like. So you reject from the Hadith, from the Sunnah of your Prophet, what you like, what you don't like, and you keep what you like. So you are cherry picking Islam. When it comes, when it's good for you, you're going to pick up a Hadith or a source that is from outside the Quran. For example, praying 5 times a day, it's not nowhere to be found in the Quran. The Shahada is nowhere to be found in the Quran. So that you will get from the Hadith, which is an outside source from the Quran. So you basically are cherry picking what you like, and what you don't like, you reject. So you are a Sunni when you like, and you are a Quran only when you like. That does make sense, right, guys? So he's a Quran only, and sometimes when he like it, he can become a Sunni. Ed, the mic is yours.
I'd be really interested to know what is the farthest mosque in the Quran known as the Al-Aqsa. Where is it located, and where is it described in detail in the Quran as we see in chapter 6:114, the Quran being explained in detail? What is the show me the mosque in Mecca, and show me the Al-Aqsa Mosque in Jerusalem. In the Quran, where those are actually mentioned, how do you get your reference from that? Where do you get your reference from that? Mic free.
Well, thank you. It's a good question, but I wanted to ask a question. My question goes first, and later on I will answer your question.
No, you're going to answer my question first. We're not playing this game, Retta. You're going to answer my question first.
It's not fair. That's not all the agreement I've made before. I've said.
Then sit there with a red dot in your face. You're going to answer my question.
I prefer be red dotted in this case. All right.
Of course you would, because you know you can't answer the question. You know that I just exposed your Quran as a lie. See how easy that was, guys? Do you see how I just got him to run and exposed his Quran as a lie? That easy. You see how easy that was?
Okay, let me start by saying hello, y'all. Long time no see. Hey, I don't know. I had to step out and have a cigarette. I'm still fighting the nicotine battle here, so I don't smoke in the house no more. Anyway, I got a question. I have a question for you. One question, simple, and I expect an answer. I expect a straightforward, manly answer. Which Quran do you follow? Now, don't jump up and tell me that there's only one, because there's not. I've done the research. There's a Quran that a Muslim can buy. and there's a Quran I can go over to Barnes and Noble and buy, which is missing a lot of verses. And if you tell me it's not missing a lot of verses, I will call you a liar straight to your face. All right? Yeah, answer Ed. But I want to answer to this. Which Quran do you follow? All right? Do you follow the one that says you got to saw my head off? Oh, he left. Darn it. Okay. All right. That's it. Your mic, Rob. Hang on here.
Well, as you see, folks, Muslims cannot answer one simple question. First, he called himself a Quran-only Muslim. Then, he became a cherry-picking Sunni. So whenever it pleases him, he will take one hadith and he will reject many others that talk or make Muhammad look bad. He didn't want to answer the question from Ed about what the furthest mosque is, because the Quran doesn't say which mosque that is. So Muslims have to assume that it's the mosque in Jerusalem. But wait a second, here comes the problem. If you're going to say that's Al-Aqsa Mosque as a Muslims, and many Muslims take that position, that mosque wasn't built yet in the time of Muhammad. Muhammad died in 632, and that mosque was built in 702, 705, something like that. So more than 30 years after the death of Muhammad. So that night journey that Muhammad took on that half human creature, that doesn't make sense, and it's a big lie that Muhammad fabricated to convince Muslims that he went up to heaven, which is a complete lie and a forgery. Yeah, and the being that he rode on was called Buraq. Exactly, Hayden. Thank you. So yeah, you see, Muslims cannot defend Islam. Really, it's too hard for them. Islam is historically, it's simply a big lie. Islam and historical evidence don't go hand in hand. Because if you're going, and if they are going to take the position that it must be Solomon's temple, here comes another big problem, a historical problem, because the second temple of Solomon, or basically the Jewish temple, it was destroyed in 70 AD, right? 70 AD. So here comes another problem. So either way, if you're going to take the first position that we mentioned earlier, that means Muhammad is a liar, because that mosque was built much later, after Muhammad. And if you're going to take the position that it was the temple of the Jews, well, that's another problem, because that temple was destroyed in 70 AD. That's much problem, because that was way before Islam was created and way before Muhammad. Many years before, right? Because Muhammad was born in what year was it again? 500 something, right? 500 something. So that's more than 400-year problem, right? That's a bigger issue than the first position. Imagine, guys. Either way, Islam is false. Hayden, the mic is yours.
Well, I don't have much. I'm just sitting back listening. I was waiting for Reda's question. He said he was going to ask a question, and he said, "May Allah guide you," or something like this. I think Allah guided me. I'm going to take my shahada. You've heard me, my shahada, right? The devil dog, you still here, buddy? أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأشهد أن محمدا خنزير الله. Here's my shahada. I became a Muslim, man.